The Beginning of Light, Part 13. The Forgotten Frame. The whole room was silent as I stared at the behind picture. A gentle hush settled over everything. The rustling curtains, the ticking of the old clock on the wall, even the uneasy thoughts in my head. The girl in the photo was still young, maybe 5 or 6. Her dark eyes glimmered with an innocent light, a light I had once thought only existed in Eduardo. She looked so much like Mama. But it wasn't me. And it wasn't Eduardo either. I leaned in closer. My breath caught in my throat as I traced the outline of her face with my eyes, then the shape of her lips, and finally, the small locket she wore, a locket identical to the one Mama had always worn. The chain was the same, slightly frayed at the clasp, as if it had been opened and closed too many times. A knot tightened in my chest. "Who is she?" I whispered, almost afraid of the answer. Eduardo didn't answer. He was standing behind me, stiff as a statue, his arms folded. He too had seen the photograph but said nothing. Silence had a strange way of telling stories, longer, heavier, and often louder than words. I began, still not looking at him. "I thought only you were loved by Mama." The words felt bitter, sour on my tongue. He didn't respond immediately. The silence between us grew, until it was unbearable. "She never showed me this," I continued. "She kept this hidden from us, from everyone. She was protecting someone," Eduardo said finally, his voice low. "Or maybe, hiding something." I turned toward him. "You knew." "I saw the picture once when I was 10, he said slowly. "I asked her who the girl was. She said, it's someone who needed love once. Then she told me to forget I ever saw it. That wasn't like Mama. She was cold sometimes, but never secretive, at least not openly. Her love, or the absence of it, was always clear. She gave Eduardo everything, attention, praise, warmth. And I got quiet glances, meals, and closed doors. But this girl, this little girl in the photo, where did she belong?" I turned the frame over. The back was plain. No writing, no date. I opened the cover gently and found something tucked behind the image, a folded piece of paper. My hands shook as I opened it. It was a letter, handwritten. "My sweet Solana, if you ever find this, I want you to know, I never stopped loving you. I had no choice. They told me you were gone, taken away from me forever. And then, years later, I was told you had died. But I never believed it. I saw you once. Across the street. A flash of your eyes and I knew you were mine. But you didn't recognize me. Maybe it was for the best. I kept this picture because it was the only thing I had left. I couldn't speak of you, not in this house. I had to build a new life. For Eduardo, for the family. But my heart never let go. Forgive me, Mama. Solana. The name echoed in my mind. I didn't recognize it. Eduardo's face had paled, and I knew, he didn't either. She had another child, I murmured, voice barely audible. "Before us," Eduardo said, piecing it together. "Before Papa." I nodded. "Or maybe, not with Papa." The weight of the letter sat heavily between us. The air felt denser now, charged with questions we didn't know how to ask. "She wasn't hiding just a picture," I said. "She was hiding her pain." Eduardo took the frame from my hands. His thumb brushed over the glass gently, as if afraid the girl inside might fade away. "No wonder she was the way she was," he whispered. "So guarded. So broken." For the first time in my life, I felt a strange connection to Mama. Not through warmth, but through understanding. She had